Hello folks, today's video we're going to talk about SonarLint. So in a previous video I mentioned about this tool called SonarCube, and I spoke about how to set it up, how to get started, and so SonarLint is another tool which is related to SonarCube. So SonarCube is actually a server software uh, where there is a long running process, and then it will check your source code, look for bugs and security issues. And in case of SonarLint, which is again by the same set of people who created SonarCube. So in case of SonarLint, what happens is it finds issues right from your IDE, and it also has abilities to connect to SonarCube server and also get you some more features. Okay, so SonarLint can actually find issues like SonarCube, issues like code, bugs or vulnerability issues. So it uses the same set of rules that SonarCube also uses. So you can see over here. So this is the SonarLint website, um, and they talk about the features that it has over here. Bug detection. So these are the rules that I showed in SonarCube video. So there is a set of rules to detect issues for multiple languages, and you get instant feedback because you are going to be installing SonarLint in your IDE as a plugin, and it will work while you type, and it will show you issues, and it will also tell you what you can actually do to fix issues, and you can also like learn from your mistakes and all that. And the set of IDEs that are supported currently are Eclipse, IntelliJ, Visual Studio, and Visual Studio Code. So today I'll show you two examples, IntelliJ and VS Code, Visual Studio Code. So this is the IntelliJ plugin. I will be using a Java project as an example, but this should work for the multiple number of languages that people use, because like SonarLint is supporting a lot of them. So, yep, so for installing this, I will open up IntelliJ Community Edition in my local with a Java project, and you can go to plugins, command, comma, and so settings go to plugins. So I'm already in plugins, so you can find this. And in plugins, go to marketplace, and then type SonarLint, and there you go. So you can see the logo and install it. And we're good to go. So we have to restart the IDE apparently, so I'll do that. Okay, so let's see if SonarLint is, let's start. SonarLint, okay, it's installed and it's enabled. So now let's see if it works really. So I have an application over here. It's an application that helps you do calendar event booking. But it helps you suggest time slots where multiple people are available. This is a sample application. So let me put something on there. Let's say I'm going to put a to do here. Maybe in another file, say to do. This feature has to be implemented. Like I didn't really implement it well, as you can see, I just put a null. So now when I actually put this line, you can see IntelliJ actually giving me a warning. So if I hover over this, IntelliJ is giving a warning because of SonarLint plugin. So it says SonarLint colon, and you can see complete the task associated to this to do command. and you can disable the rule, but don't. I mean, you could disable if you want, but yeah, be careful on what rules are disabling. And if you notice, so I can move it over again. Okay. So I can go and click more actions over here, or I can type option enter in my case, and you can see how there are some options. But actually, SonarLint hasn't given me any fixes over here. So these are some general fixes by IntelliJ. So let's actually probably look more through this, right? Like, you know, so it says disable SonarLint rule Java 1 S1135. Right? So the rule number is S1135. So you can go to rules but sonar rules, or let's see, you can actually click SonarLint over here and you know click over here and find out more about it. Actually, you don't even have to go to the web browser and see the rule using the rule number. Instead, you can just see it from here in your ID by going to the SonarLint section and then clicking on the different issues that are there in your code that SonarLint has found out. So here it says track uses of to-do tags, and to-do tags are commonly used to mark places where some more code is required, but which the developer wants to implement data. Okay, so according to SonarLint, it's bad to use to-do, so they have found it as an issue. And according to them, this is a info. Um, you can see it over here. It's a code smell and it's an information. There's one more thing called rename field time slots. This is in line 9 apparently, so this one. So a field should not duplicate the name of its containing class. Oh, okay, I will do that. Okay. It's confusing to have a class member with the same name, case differences as its enclosing class. Okay, cool, right. So these are some good suggestions. So SonarLint really has some really, really good rules. So it will be good for you to actually try it out in your project and see what kind of code smells or security issues that you find or possible bugs. So moving on, that was an example of using SonarLint and IntelliJ using an example Java project. Um, how about I try the same in Visual Studio Code by installing it as a Visual Studio Code plugin. So if you click here the VS Code, you can actually go and check out the marketplace, the Visual Studio Code and VS Code marketplace. So you can notice that SonarLint is the plugin, and this is the name Sonar SonarLint for VS Code, and so it's by the Sonar Source people. These people are the same people who created Sonar. So now, if I go to extensions and type in SonarLint and install it, so this is the same page over here. There's a demo. Cool, so it's installed, and let's see what so I've disabled a lot of plugins, but SonarLint plugin is enabled. So so if I close this and open a Java file, it's a time start with Java. I'm open start for now. Let's open a time start Java, and let's see if SonarLint has something. So okay, so I don't see any issues. I think I'll have to install the Java extension by if it's on Microsoft. Okay. I'm gonna have to actually disable this in an overall and enable it for this workspace. Yep. And then also disable this. the Java extension file, Java, okay, disable and enable in this workspace. Okay, got that right. So it's all good now. Okay, so now maybe I should reload this and I so now is let's so now they copy the I guess I should have done a demo before I record. I guess I'll do another video on Sonar Link Visual Studio Code. For some reason it doesn't seem to work now. I guess I'll have to figure it out. Anyways, you could go and try it out with IntelliJ and even Eclipse or Visual Studio, and try it out with VS Code and see if it works out for you. And I will create another video, to show how it works in Visual Studio Code. And that's it for today. Bye bye. Have fun using Sonalink and find issues in the code.